Hey everyone, I thought I'd try a little experiment today and bring you with me on my walk to work. Take it out of the studio this week. Many of you who know me know I walk every day. And yes, I do have a license. I can actually drive, but I think it's been a while. I think it's like riding a bike, right? Anyway, I prefer to walk, so I'm taking the back route today because I had the morning off, so I'm going in late. I have a little extra time. Usually I walk down College. I figured this would be a good way a little quieter way. I'm walking through Illinois College right now. In fact, let's see, I don't know. There's Abe Lincoln and his dog. It's a beautiful day. It's a little hot for some people, but I like it. I love summertime. So, yeah, get out, beautiful blue sky. I was thinking about just trying to have a theme, something a little different. And I've written a lot of poems about walking because it's a big part of my daily routine. And I'm gonna cut down here. I was trying to think, there've been a lot of writers. Sorry if it's like watching some arty film with a really bad camera. Like that, what was that horror film where nothing really happened? I never actually saw it, but anyway, we'll hope this works. But I was thinking about a lot of writers. Well, like Thoreau comes to mind as someone who walked a lot, and it kind of gets the thought processes moving. The body moving helps facilitate the mind moving, I guess. And Wordsworth, of course, he walked in his beloved Lake District, which he made famous with his daffodils and abbeys and whatnot. Sorry, I'm walking by, obviously mowing the lawn. And other writers, Baudelaire used to walk the streets of Paris for inspiration. Rachel Lindsay, a little more close to home, legendary Springfield poet, walked all the way to New Mexico one year, trading his poems for room and board. In fact, I believe he mentions Jacksonville because he stopped outside of town. That was perhaps his first stop, not too far away. And he would stay, like he would just stop at a farmhouse. This was 100 years ago, so you could just kind of be walking across the country. Say, hey, do you mind if I milk the cows and read a few poems and you can give me a dinner and I can spend the night? Sure, you know. I thought it would be cool to retrace his trip, but I don't think you could do that these days. Not without calling ahead. Getting Airbnb, and it just wouldn't be the same. But I think the poet that I most identify with, at least in the walking sense, is Wallace Stevens, who was a great poet. One of my favorite poems was his about the summer nights. Maybe I'll read that sometime. But he was a kind of a big executive in an insurance company in Hartford, Connecticut, and he walked roughly the same distance I do to and from work every day, and he kind of conjured up some of his poems, or they sort of took root as he was walking. And so I always thought that was kind of cool. Not that I'm comparing myself to him, only in the sense that we have a similar. I mean, anyway. What else was I going to say? Well, I won't make this too long, especially since you might be getting a little nausea now after watching this. Just show a little local. There's Heritage Health. Yeah, I don't know. People see me, they wave. I don't always see people in their cars, but I just think walking, you see a lot more. Maybe not when you're looking at a cell phone recording yourself, but ordinarily. So in a minute here, there's somebody I know. In a minute, hi. In a minute I'm gonna stop and read a poem, which I just happen to have a poem in my back pocket here. And maybe somebody will look out from their house and think, what's this crazy person doing? Okay, I'll just read this poem and then I'll let you go and I'll finish my walk to work. This one's called Walking Man. The inspiration, I've written a lot of poems with this same title. I guess I should number them, but and then others with various titles, similar themes, but it kind of all goes back to the sculptor Alberto Giacometti. Great sculptor. I love his work, and there's a series of his called Walking Man, and one of them, or maybe more than one of them, I forget, but one in particular is in the Chicago Art Institute, or at least the last time I was there, it was there. And I just really identify with that because they're like life-size stick men, and you know, I'm just a tall, skinny guy myself. Well, not that tall, but definitely skinny. So I identified with that sculpture, and he's one of my favorite sculptors. I wrote a poem that mentions him more in detail. But anyway, this one is called Walking Man. When it's windy, I feel most alive, the evidence of a primal force argued convincingly. When it's calm, I have to charge the world with my own movement, striking the pavement like a match. You see, that's why I walk with an unbridled gait, so the earth won't stop beneath my feet. Okay, I'll leave it at that for now. I better get to work. See you next time. Same bat channel, same bat station.